The healing power of love. How relationships help us to mend, mature, and to thrive. Love isn't just something we feel, it's also something that can help us to heal. At its best, a healthy relationship becomes a safe space where old wounds can soften, fears can be soothed, doubts can be proven no longer valid, and the parts of us that learn to protect or hide can finally relax into trust. It's not that love magically fixes everything, it's that in the presence of real connection, steady, safe, dependable, and kind connection, the human heart feels safe enough to remember how to open again. This is not to say that your partner or the relationship in of itself has to become in some way responsible for your healing. To even have this relationship, you may well have already had to take some responsibility and done some of the required healing on your own first, especially if part of the problem has been around being chosen. But that said, love can very much be a healing force. From birth, we're wired for connection. Every touch, every soothing word, every act of care shapes the nervous system and teaches the body what safety feels like. When love is inconsistent or painful, those early lessons leave marks, some of which may well become quite deep scars. We might grow up bracing for rejection, overgiving to earn approval, or struggling to let anyone in too close. But love, when it's healthy, consistent, and compassionate, can reteach the body and the brain what safety and trust truly feels like. Where we were once hurt in relationships, we can also be healed in relationships. This is the miracle of true, consistent, and correct connection. What was wounded through disconnection can be healed through closeness. It can create this emotional healing through rewriting old stories. As you will know, every person carries invisible stories about love. I'm too much. I'm not enough. People always leave. I always end up having to handle everything on my own. These stories often form long before our adult relationships, and they quietly shape how we show up in love today. But in a secure, nurturing partnership, we're given new evidence. A partner who listens without judgment, stays through conflict, and meets our vulnerability with care and with kindness. All of this helps us rewrite those old narratives. Over time, the nervous system relaxes. The heart begins to trust. We realize that maybe love can be safe after all. Healing love can sound like this. You don't have to hide that part of you from me. I'm not going anywhere. You're allowed to need me or need space, whenever and whichever is right for you at the time. It can also create psychological healing. You can see yourself differently from within the relationship. All relationships, to some degree, act as a mirror, reflecting back to you your patterns and unhealed parts. A loving partner can still trigger old wounds, but those moments, while painful, are also opportunities. When they are met with compassion and self-awareness, that's when conflict becomes a path to growth rather than the competitive fight that's allowed to rage on an old battleground. Love helps us mature emotionally by showing us where we might be, still protecting all pain, and by giving us the safety to choose differently. We begin to move from reacting to responding, defending to listening and understanding, avoiding to engaging. In that process, love becomes a teacher, guiding us towards greater self-awareness, empathy, and grace. Love can create physical healing, allowing old associations to repattern neurologically, creating a new mind-body connection. And science agrees. Love isn't just good for the soul, it's good for the body also. Because research shows that emotionally supportive relationships can lower blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, strengthen immunity, improve recovery from illness, and increase longevity. When we feel loved and secure, our bodies literally function better. The safety signal in the brain tells every function from your digestion to your immune system that it's okay and it's safe for you to relax and repair. Love is an actual medicine that our biology recognizes, and ultimately we can experience spiritual healing. Love is a well-lit path to wholeness and to fulfillment, because love can also heal us on a more spiritual level. It invites forgiveness, softens pride, moves us beyond ego, and awakens a new kind of compassion and understanding. When we choose to love, and in some cases, more importantly, allow ourselves to be loved, we reconnect with something larger than ego. Love reminds us that we are not alone and that our vulnerability is not a weakness, but a doorway to truth. Many people find that through love, they can rediscover meaning, faith, and purpose. They begin to see love not just as an emotion, but as a practice, one that transforms both giver and the receiver. Love doesn't make us perfect, but it can make us whole. And proper love, a love that's meant for us, will support us to grow, evolve, and to thrive. Because when love is safe, consistent, and kind, it does more than just heal. It helps us become truly who we're meant to be. It restores our faith and connection, strengthens our resilience, and expands our capacity for joy. It reminds us that we are indeed lovable, even in our messiest, most human moments. Because healthy, lasting love doesn't erase pain, it transforms it and shows us the value as it turns scars into wisdom and survival into softness. In the arms of love, we remember who we really are, not broken, not incomplete, but beautifully human and endlessly capable of healing not only ourselves, but others as well. You are love, and you are free to love and be loved. If you found the content of this video informative, interesting, or inspiring, then please do consider liking and subscribing. It's free and it goes a long way in helping us to continue to create and share more content about healthy, lasting love as we continue to learn, evolve, and create positive change together.